United States is the home and birthplace to some of the best automobiles in the world. From massive pickup trucks to muscle cars and supercars, the country continues to bless the world with excellent vehicles that consumers can never have enough of. And if Americans don't feel satisfied with their homebred cars, there's the option of importing from other countries. Still, there's quite a list of excellent vehicles that Americans will never get to drive. The government bans these vehicles from public roads either because of emissions, uncontrollable speeds, or other reasons. Whatever the reasons, it is always to protect drivers and passengers. So buckle up and let's get started. Number 10. Volkswagen Polo Blue Motion. During the fourth generation of the Polo, Volkswagen released a Blue Motion version of the car, decreasing its environmental footprint. Blue Motion is an ongoing name badge for Volkswagen, as there have been a few models that feature a Blue Motion trim, denoting a modified build that is more eco-friendly. In the case of the Polo, the stock 1.4-liter engine was modified to have longer gear ratios, the body was made more aerodynamic, the tires were replaced with low rolling resistant tires, and many of the alloys used in construction were replaced with more lightweight versions. The result was a 70 mpg hatchback that America would never be privileged enough to own. Number 9. Toyota Sierra. The Toyota Sierra is one of the most exciting models that Toyota has ever made. The Sierra is a 3-door, 2+2 hatchback built with a glass roof canopy and butterfly doors, giving it a unique, supercar-esque appearance. In terms of mechanics, the Sierra is pretty much a run-of-the-mill sedan, including a 1.5-liter inline-4 engine. Still, surprisingly, there were other non-performance related additions to the car, like an advanced surround sound audio system. The Sierra was restricted to the Japanese domestic market, and featuring its timeless design of a sedan with butterfly wings, this car would have been an excellent choice for American gearheads. Number 8. Lotus 340 Revolutions. In 2000, Lotus engineered one of the most interesting supercars, the 340 Revolutions. Built with a 4-cylinder version of the Rover K series, the Via PD very high-power derivative, the Lotus produces 175 horsepower. Due to its incredibly lightweight construction and superior weight distribution, the 340 Revolution accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds, which is outstanding considering the engine size. However, this is precisely why it's not in America. The car does not meet safety regulations because of its subcompact design. It is technically road legal in the UK, but most Lotus 340RS are reserved for the track. Number 7. Toyota Helix. The Toyota Helix is a unique pickup truck with a similar design to the Senior 5 but with a few differences. The Helix comes equipped with a range of diesel engines, ranging from 2.0-liter to 4.0-liter, producing between 139 and 235 horsepower. Consumers commend the Helix for being well-built, reliable, and always ready for work. It also comes with an optional 4WD for off-road driving. While there are many other trucks in Toyota's catalog that are basically equivalent to the Helix, it's still unfortunate that the Helix never made it to America. While it's not technically banned from entering the country, the American government imposes a heavy tax, 25%, on imported lightweight trucks like the Helix. Number 6. Nissan Patrol. The Nissan Patrol is like a Pathfinder lookalike, although it's more closely related to the Armada. The 5th generation of the car is the favorite among many buyers. Dubbed the Y61, the 5th generation was produced between 1997 and 2013. It was available in different trims, with engine sizes ranging from 2.8-liter to 4.5-liter. Throughout the 2000s, the Patrol underwent various facelifts and mechanical upgrades before getting axed from multiple markets in 2014. It remained in production in South Africa, the Middle East, Pakistan, Paraguay, Bolivia, Sri Lanka, and the Philippines. Currently, the Patrol is not allowed in the United States. The vehicle has safety features that aren't up to code, and it probably doesn't meet the emission regulation requirements. If it did meet these requirements, the Patrol is a cooler alternative to the Nissan Xterra and the Pathfinder. Number 5. Volkswagen XL1. Unveiled at the 2011 Qatar Motor Show, the Volkswagen XL1 is the third version of Volkswagen's 1.0-liter car, which is essentially a plug-in diesel hybrid. Supposedly, the XL1 can achieve a theoretical fuel efficiency of 260 mpg from its 47-horsepower two-cylinder turbo diesel engine. Production began in 2013 and was limited to 250 units, which went to pre-sale applicants who essentially purchased the cars before they were made. So, despite the illegality of importing the XL1, it's safe to say it'd be nearly impossible to find one for sale anyway. Number 4. Bentley Azure Mark II. When Volkswagen acquired Bentley, the Azure was a stunning model in the middle of its first generation, lasting until 2003. It wasn't until 2006 when Volkswagen executives decided to breathe life into the Azure and release the second generation, dubbed Mark II. Equipped with a turbocharged V8 making 450 horsepower, the Mark II is a potent, high-end luxury sedan. It is the kind of a car expected to have a chauffeur behind the wheel. Unfortunately, the Azure was restricted to Russia, Europe, and the Middle East. It was also placed on the ENSTA's non-conforming vehicle list. Number 3. Porsche Carrera 911 Rupees. While there are many models of the Carrera available in America, there are other models that were only sold in specific markets and a myriad of models listed on the ENSTA's non-conforming vehicle list. The RS is one particular trim that never came to North America, which is a shame because its beastly speed is what Americans want. The 1973 and 1974 models were built with a 210 horsepower, 2.7-liter engine that enabled this lightweight roadster to leave other cars in the dust. This Carrera is the most authentic statement of Porsche's commitment to building quality vehicles. While this Carrera is expertly designed and nearly flawless, it was not allowed on American roads. Reasons rotate around emission regulations and safety concerns. Number 2. Porsche Carrera 964 Rupees. The Porsche Carrera 964, dubbed 964 or Carrera 4, also had an RS model, released about 20 years after the 911 Rupees. It was based on the design of the 911 RS, but included a revised engine that could output about 252 horsepower. Due to the ultra-lightweight construction and stripping of most non-essential features, the 964 has an incredible power-to-weight ratio, creating a recipe for an absolute speed demon. There was an American version, the 911 RS America 964, produced in 1993 and 1994. The American version was based on the Carrera 2, so it didn't make much difference. The original Porsche 964 is restricted to European markets and barred from American import. Number 1. Lotus Elise Series 1. It's a little redundant to include both the 340 Revolutions and the Series 1, as the 340 Revolutions is essentially a later released trim of the Elise. Nonetheless, it's essential to mention the base model, as it stands alone as a fantastic roadster. Initially released in 1996, the Series 1 was designed by Julian Thompson to have an incredibly low curb weight and center of gravity. This allows the car to be significantly faster than other cars with much bigger engines. All Lotus cars are so expertly designed that every driver wants to own one. However, the Elise Series 1 is not legal on American roads. So there you have it. These are cars banned in the United States of America. It is interesting to see how different countries have different laws and regulations when it comes to cars. What do you think about these bans? Do you agree or disagree with them? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.